And welcome back to the crypto show. It's a little darker in here today because I'm in a hotel room. The lighting sucks. There's almost lights in this room. So today's video will be a little bit darker. But here we go. Let me see who's the first 5 to show up to this. Oh, I can't check on that because I had to click out of the screen. YouTube somehow was messing with the. Okay, we're going to talk about China. So that's probably why all this is happening. I had to get out of the program. I had to click out of it and click back in. And now I can't tell you who the first 5 were. So let's go to the next here. See if there's any questions. Question. Can you ask Anderson Advisor lawyers, do they have an office in the United Kingdom? Plus, if they do, they have partners in the United Kingdom. If not, a lawyer, similar operation. Okay. One of the things you guys can do is go to the Anderson Advisor link that I provide, register for that, and they'll have somebody call you. So what you can do is go into my link, because look, you're going to need lawyer protection. I'm just telling you. Don't do the LegalZoom thing. Like I used to have LegalZoom. I think you pay $300 to $400 or $300 to $500, and then you pay some money for whatever, and it comes out to around, I don't know, $500, $600, $700. Look, that's I'm not saying LegalZoom's bad. What I am saying is my Crypto Hulk law firm is the way to go. When I was talking to somebody yesterday on the phone, one of the $500 members, and because we're going over like important things, and they were asking me certain questions, which I'm not going to get into. But one of the things I told them is, look, when your crypto becomes worth 50 million bucks, do you want to lose it all because you only wanted to spend $500 on a LegalZoom LLC thing that's not going to work? And because with this current law firm that we have, you can talk to the lawyer, ask them whatever question. Like that's the whole point. They have a special Crypto Hulk program. It's not something that's fucking stupid. They just started it. I know their programs. I know what their costs were. What happened is before they had this program, I'm not going to say how much. Hold on. I'm not going to say. I had to make coffee today. It was really weird. Their program was about $2,000 more. They started a Crypto Hulk program, and it dropped my bill and everybody's bill $2,000. So you're not going to get a LegalZoom program. You're not going to have access to a lawyer and all these things that they offer for $500. It's not going to happen. If you do a LegalZoom thing like I used to, this is just me speaking personally, but it's like that shit's nothing. Okay, there were so many loopholes and ways that I was going to get the cheeks clapped and all that stuff through LegalZoom. I'm like glad that I found this law firm because they opened my eyes up to all. Look, get a loan. Get a loan. If you don't have the money for this law firm, get a loan. I'm telling you what, because you're going to want to think, well, I'm just going to go spend $500 for something. Look, you're going to lose hundreds of millions, or you're going to lose 50s of millions. That's why I've got Caleb and Brown, I've got the law firm and stuff, and I've got my show. It's a perfect triangle. Buy your crypto through Caleb and Brown, protect it all with the law firm. There's people there. Just call them. Fill out the legal link that I provide for you. Tell them you live in such country. Type it out. Type a question out. Hi, I live in the UK. Da-da-da-da-da. Type your question. And then send it off to them. Give them your phone number in the UK. They're going to call you. All right? I'm telling you what, don't half-ass this one. All the people in government that are stealing from you, they're all lawyers. So that made me think, and I'm like, damn, these people are going to take my shit, right? I'm trying to help you keep your crypto. That's why I have this law firm. They've already dumped the price $2,000 on it just for us, okay? It's not going to be cheap. I'm not trying to do cheap anymore when it comes to me losing 50 million in crypto because I bought the cheapest legal Zoom shit, whatever. I'm not trying to do that with this. I'm trying to do this one the right way because I know when these crypto laws pass, they're going to try to take my crypto. I already know. All these people in government, they're lawyers. They're criminals. I'm kind of like this. If I'm going to have to get with some lawyers, I might as well get with some that are crypto lawyers. These lawyers are crypto lawyers. So you can go at this by yourself. You're going to fail. With me, I'm trying to get with the lawyers, the crypto lawyers on this team. They do all kinds of law there, all kinds of law. But they have specifically a crypto Hulk lawyer person that designed our program for us. And it's designed for us who buy crypto and want to, all that stuff, okay? So there's your answer to that. Where is the link to the Anderson? Well, look below the video, click in the box right there. Every video I make, even the little 1 to 2 minute videos, look below, open it up, click on the box, open it up, you'll see the link there. Every single fucking video I make. Probably for the past 2 weeks, you should see that video all in there. I've got the link to Caleb and Brown. I have the link, Caleb Brown made a video. I have that link. So I got 3 links in my videos. All right, let's go to, and I got this on a $10 show. So if you're a $10 member right now, you've got a question box, just like with Caleb Brown. Look, with Caleb Brown, here's how I work. I try to be as accessible. Hey, if you're a $500 member, you're calling me and I'm picking up the phone anywhere from 6 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night. Okay. So that's 16 hours a day or close to 16 hours a day. I'm accessible to a phone where you can call me, go over your crypto. Hey, Crypto Hulk, should I buy this one or that one? Or if you had some guy called me the other day, he's got probably, 80 grand in crypto. And we talked about how he's going to move around some of the stuff he has, get rid of some of these cryptos, add this. Like that's what the membership's for. You don't have to have it every month, but it's just like at least for a month, get access. Now I'm not a chart person, but then I got people that work with me that I can get your question or whatever answer to. So it's not just, this Crypto Hulk show is like a team. I've got all the people at Caleb Brown and the lawyers and stuff to help you get to where you need to go so that nobody steals your crypto. So that's what we do here. Okay. Are you still at the Zoltar? No, Zoltar is sleeping in. He he's got his little Uber driver with him. Let's see. Okay, let's get into the first article here. I'm telling you, I've been telling you now for 3 years, Ripple in China. Ripple won't talk about any of this stuff. Zoltar had a wild night. He battery operated. I had to change Zoltar's batteries. He was really working at looking for crypto. That's what he was working on. Boy, this is shitty ass coffee, I'll tell you. Hey, some coffee is better than none, I guess. Okay, look. The article I just showed you here. What have I been telling you for the past 3 years? Ripple in China, right? And all that stuff. What you guys will find out as this crypto journey unfolds, you're going to find out, damn, this Crypto Hulk dude, he knew about all the early partnerships. He knew that Ripple Russia, Ripple China, Ripple Indonesia, Ripple Hong Kong, these were already planned out. The Ripple liquidity hub shit, already planned out. I've already shown that's Ripple Singapore. All these things Ripple's coming out with. The Ripple's automated market maker. No, that shit started. See, Ripple came out with the XLS 20 or the XLS40, whatever the fuck it was. And everyone's like, oh, Ripple's now an automated market maker. That shit came out with Ripple China, 2013. It was called XMM, not AMM, but XMM. Why? Because it was in beta test. It was a trialing it. They've been using that shit for 10 years. Ripple wallet. Ripple's going to come out with a wallet one day. And everyone's going to be like, oh, Ripple had a wallet. Crypto Hulk's been telling you that since 3 years ago. 2022. All of this shit, Crypto Hulk has been telling you early. I try to find early proof of what I say. I just don't say stuff. I show you articles. I show you proof. I make little videos. Sometimes the information I have, I'm not going to share my source because I don't get credit for it. These other channels will fucking steal it and then use it for their own. And then they never make any claims about, oh, we got this from Crypto Hulk Show. Now, once we're rich and I don't give a fuck about shit anymore, then I'll post. I don't know if I'll be making videos anymore. And if I do, it's for a very limited group of people, probably like you guys. And let's get into this article right here. Let me show you just the same stuff I've been telling you for 3 years now. Let me copy paste this for you again. Oh, Hillbilly Decke. God bless you, brother. That's an interesting name. Decke. It used to be like Deck Billy. Now it's Billy Decke. Let's see. Let's drill down. What is Mr. OG showing? 1 XRP equals 9.3 troy ounces of gold. Hey, you never know. I don't know how this works out. What I do know is I have gold coins for sale, gold and silver coins. If you look on my channel, on my main videos, my live videos, look below there, you'll see gold and silver coins. If you look at my short videos, 1 to 2 minute videos, you'll see hardware wallets. Yes, I have a hardware wallet. I've got about 25% of my crypto holdings on a hardware wallet. The other 75%, Caleb and Brown. I was talking to a $500 member about that just yesterday. They're like, well, Crypto Hulk, I think I'm going to put everything I have into Caleb Brown stuff because, you know, you trust them and stuff. I said, look, first off, we're not doing anything because I do it. That's the worst fucking thing. I already give a disclaimer. Let me start off. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. I don't know anything about crypto. Before every show, I utilize hard drugs, cocaine, heroin, hashish, methamphetamine. I stay high 24/7 on illegal drugs, okay? That's where you get your financial information from. So let me skip back to this article because I got to get going on this. There's a company. I'm showing you right here. Let's start the article. China-based. There's a company that's based in China. I want you to see this now. It's called Linklogis, Linklogis, all one word. This article comes at us from cryptoslate.com. I'm not verifying this information. I'm just reading an article. And I do have an AI report on this Linklogis company. So it's been verified through AI. China-based Linklogis partners with who? XRP Ledger. When I read this, I'm like, what the hell is this? To transform global supply chain finance. Now, I'll tell you what. I know that I do see things early. Some things are not everything. I'm not claiming to know everything. Never have. When the show started, I always claimed to know just this much. But let's read this. XRP Ledger's role in real-world asset grows as Linklogis joins a wave of global partners driving digital trade finance transformation. Chinese fintech company Linklogis has announced a partnership with the XRP Ledger. This is so massive. You guys have no idea. To digitize global supply chain finance. Now, I'll tell you what, when I first started in crypto 5 years ago, I didn't know anything compared to what I know right now. Okay. What cryptos did I buy? I spent 2.5 months worth of pay. I got a loan that took me about 8 months maybe to pay off. I took a loan to get all my crypto by XRP at about 15 to 27 cents each. I quit buying XRP at 27 cents. Okay. I took out a big loan and paid it off over 8 months. To the people that say never get a loan to buy crypto, you can go fuck yourself. That's the stupidest shit anybody can say. I get a loan for whatever I need. When I bought gold last year, I took a loan. I just paid it off. That shit took me 10 months to pay off that loan to buy the gold. I'm fine with that. Every time I go in deep on something like a crypto or whatever, I get a loan. I get it all at a certain price. All these cryptos I want, I'm not caring about an interest rate for a year. Fuck that. Who cares? If I have to pay $1,000 in interest or 1,500 or whatever it is, I don't care. I was trying to buy XRP at 15 cents. I'll pay whatever, because one day when I make millions and millions, look, when you make 10, 20 million off your XRP, do you give a fuck if you had to pay $1,500 in interest? All those dumb shit saying, oh, never take a loan to get your XRP, or that's so fucking stupid. All right, let's continue. So you got China making a deal with the working on the XRP ledger's mainnet. The move will see Linklogis deploy its trade finance application on the XRP ledger mainnet, a step aimed at scaling blockchain adoption for cross-border settlements. The collaboration is designed to unlock faster circulation of digital assets tied to international trade flows. Linklogis intends to simplify settlement for exporters, importers, and financiers by linking its financial infrastructure with the XRP ledger. Now, this is good and it's bad. I'll tell you what. The first two cryptos, I bought two cryptos when I first started back in 2020. It was XRP. I spent 2.5 months worth of salary. And after that, I got VeChain. Okay. Why did I do that? I got the XRP because after studying crypto for 1 to 2 months, maybe 3, I realized XRP was the interoperable blockchain. It's plugged right into the World Wide Web. It's called Interledger Protocol. I realized, damn, this is the crypto to have. And I, at the time, said, oh, it's American. Now the XRP ledger is controlled by France, but back then, from what I knew, because, I mean, things change. As I study crypto for 5 years, I learn new stuff and I adapt and I change. I just don't stay the same because that's how you get taken out. So then I bought VeChain. VeChain I knew came from Sunny Liu, strong ties to China. So what did I do? At that time, I got a crypto that's American-based and then one that's Chinese-based. The VeChain is for supply chain logistics. Well, that's what this one is right here. Now, I'm hoping this crypto doesn't take over VeChain. I didn't put too much money in VeChain. I have, compared to my XRP, the same number. Like if I have 10,000 XRP, I got the same number in VeChain, 10,000. Money-wise, I spent on VeChain 1/3. So I do have VeChain crypto, but it's 1/3 the cost back then. So that's kind of like my ratios with that. So now let's get back to this load. What is this called again? The Linklogis. That's a blockchain. I see that as like a direct threat to my VeChain investment. So am I selling VeChain? Fuck no, I'll just hold it. And if it goes to zero, it's almost a zero anyway. So it's kind of like, what's the fucking point? But I'm just showing this article here. I don't know if this will be a competitor to VeChain or it'll take over VeChain. I have no idea. I'm not concerned personally. But this is a supply chain finance crypto blockchain. So just might want to be aware of that. Now, I did a little research on this Linklogis company. It's been around a very long time. Let me check comments here real quick. Now we're going to get into the deep dive of Linklogis. And this is all important because this is now, what you're seeing now is the real world asset utilization of the XRP ledger. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what I'm telling you, how we get rich and stay rich is through real world asset tokenization on top of the XRP ledger. That's one, and then crypto laws. Remember, two things we have to get rich: global crypto laws all around the world. We got to know what cryptos are what and have an organized world consensus. We all have to have a consensus. This crypto is a commodity. This crypto is a security. This, that, everybody has to agree, number one. The number two, you got to tokenize it. This is what we're seeing in this article right here with the XRP ledger. Let me check the comments real quick. Michael. Okay. Now, every 2 weeks, we'll have Caleb Brown on the show, I hope. So if there's any questions to anybody in regards to Caleb Brown, let's see. Let me just check in here. Chris Sharpie's like, I have no problem using someone else's money. That's the key. What I do is this, and don't copy me. If I want a crypto and I don't want to affect my current buying, okay, I get a loan. Like if I got a big expense, I want to spend $3,000 on some cryptocurrency. But then I want to keep buying. I'll get a loan, pay that at $100 a month, $150 a month, and pay that shit off until I pay off the $3,000. In the meantime, I can still buy what cryptos I need. So that's kind of like how I do things. If I were to just spend the $3,000, I ain't buying no crypto for like 18 months. That's not going to happen. So what I'll do is, this is just me, and I don't care what you think, because I've been very successful at my crypto purchasing. I'll take a loan out, and then over time, if it's 10 months, I do it all the time. Because if I see a crypto, I got to get in on that. Bam, I'm ready to go. That loan, that's costing me $150 a month or whatever it is. I'll pay that shit off in a year. I don't care. That frees me up to buy the cryptos I need every day. If I see something, or if I watch it on Crypto Hulk show or whatever, I'm like, you know what? I think I need to put $200 into that one. I got the money because I'm just paying off the $3,000 loan at $100 a month, $150 a month, $200 a month, whatever it is. I can still act on something if I need to right away. So now with this Linklogis company, it was founded in 2016 in China. I want you to see this. Wait till you see, just like that INX crypto, wait till you see who's working with Linklogis, okay? I looked it up. I tried to see if they're involved in any crypto projects and stuff. They do have their own internal crypto. I believe it's called B something, or like BEE, B Trust. BEE, capital B for B, then BEE, then capital T for trust, TRUST. It's all one word. This Chinese company has something called B-Trust and then blockchain, but it's not available to the public. Otherwise, I'd be telling you guys where to get it right now. This Chinese company was started in 2016. That's like quite a ways of time. It's like 9 years ago, okay? Now, it comes out of China and all this stuff. Let's look at their executive director, their CEO, okay? They're an advisor to Tencent. Well, first off, let me show you some evidence here. Here is a video I made showing you Ripple China. Let me do a copy and a paste. See, Ripple's been in China from day one. They haven't told you. That's my job, is to help show you evidence that Ripple doesn't tell you. Ripple China, look at the 36-second mark. 36-second mark. What do we see? There's Ripple China right here. It's called CNY. It was made in 2013. That's about 12 years ago, Crypto Hulk. Yeah, Ripple helped China. Justin Sun, who actually then later left Ripple, did this. Justin Sun, who made the Tron crypto, he's involved in this completely. Like, he's some kind of computer genius, all right? There's Ripple China, which is their CBDC. It came out in 2013. China never announced this to the world until about 2018, 5 years later, that they had a cryptocurrency. They kept it quiet. Well, thanks to Crypto Hulk, I uncovered this right here that no other channel has. Ripple China, CNY. CN stands for China, like USD. US is United States, D is for dollar. Here's China. CN, that stands for China. Y stands for yuan. YUAN. This is a cryptocurrency that Ripple made for China. My question is this. At all these little Ripple conferences that some of you guys go to, all you little XRP fanboys and stuff, go Ripple, the Ripple cheerleaders. Why didn't you ask them, how did, like during a conference, because I didn't want to mess anything up at a Ripple conference that was being held. Because all you guys that go to these Ripple conferences would get butthurt. But why don't you ask them, hey, Brad Garlinghouse, just real quick question. Back in 2013, when Ripple China came out with their CBDC, yeah, Brad, Ripple China. How did you get that past like Homeland, and I can't say security, or the Department, and I can't say of Defense? How did you guys clear that? He'll be like, we'll take the next question. Okay, David Schwartz, I got a question for you. Were you personally involved in Ripple China and helping China come up with a cryptocurrency for that country? And if so, how did you get that past all the defense agency stuff? And he'll be like, can we take another question, please? I have a non-disclosure agreement with this. And then people are like, damn, Crypto Hawk really discovered it. Yeah. But you're going to go to that Ripple conference, get your little David Schwartz t-shirts, and everybody cheers. Yeah, go David. And the government's looking at you like, wow, these people are so fucking stupid. I'm sorry, it's true. The truth, I got the Truth channel. And on this channel here, let's look at another bit of evidence. I got a video. Well, actually, I didn't make the video for this channel. But I have a page right here. I showed it yesterday. You can go on a post, my post section. I have something called Ripple China. It's a timeline. On June 27th, 2013, the Ripple China Trading Center. You ever heard of that? No. Has David Schwartz ever talked about the Ripple China Trading Center? Oh, no. Damn, Crypto Hulk. June 2013. Users can recharge their XRP transaction stuff through Alipay and TenPay. Wait a second, Crypto Hulk. Wait. This was on yesterday's show. Alipay comes from Ant Pay, Ant Financial, ANT. That's like one of the biggest Chinese. It's Alibaba. That's bigger than Amazon. This is a company that in 2014, I'm looking at a 2014 web page. Alibaba and Tencent were already Ripple partners back in 2014, 14. Remember, I've got the customer list. No other channel has this. I've got the customer list for the 2013 and 14 Ripple. Okay. So I'm looking here at what nobody else can see. And I got Alipay and Tenpay as Ripple partners. The biggest companies in the world, nobody knows about. I mean, imagine if the news media, well, they're all communists. They're trying to hide this narrative. If people saw what I see here, and I try to make videos and show you guys. Let's start with back at this article here. So the founder of this Logis, what is that fucking called again? Linklogis, Chinese blockchain working, it's utilizing the XRP ledger. The CEO, he's a strategy advisor to Tencent. Oh, damn, CryptoHawk, one of China's biggest businesses and Ripple partner. This person here, Song Kwon Charles, they call him Charles Song, S-O-N-G. He used to work as a senior advisor to Tencent. Oh, shit. Yep, he worked in 2017 for the China Resources Bank of Zhuhai. Next person, Ji Kun. 20 years of banking experience. Worked for the corporate finance department at China Resource Bank of Zhuhai. Next person, Cha Ka. Another vice president of China Resources Bank. Oh, this person served as vice president at Lehman Brothers, one of the biggest financial companies in the world. They went bankrupt in 2008. Oh, this person also was vice president at the Institutional Trust Department at JP Morgan Bank. Oh, shit. Next, the next person was a corporate vice president at Tencent, one of the biggest corporations in the world. Oh, and served as director at Microsoft China. Not a big deal, right? Okay. The next person on board here did private work they can't really discuss. The next person on board, Gao Feng, F-E-N-G, was a chairman at Deutsche Bank, Ripple partner, utilizing Ripple technology. It'll come out in the day. There's a Ripple partnership with Deutsche Bank. It's probably non-disclosure agreement. I'm not going to, the BIS is involved in this. Blockchain companies. This Linklogis company is involved with the Bank of International Settlements. What's the connection? This company, Linklogis, did a joint project in 2023 with Linklogis and others to advance blockchain. Now, why is BIS so important? Well, they're the bank. Every single transaction in the whole world goes through the BIS, okay? And guess what? Ripple joins the BIS task force for cross-border payments. This was in 2023. Now, what a coincidence. Let's take a look here. Let me show you this whole China thing, everybody. I'm telling you what, I'm just proving to you every day that I make this show, you're seeing, damn, this Crypto Hulk guy knew this shit from day one. Here's the article here. 2023, Ripple joins the BIS task force for cross-border payments. There's your evidence right there. The Ripple's involved with the BIS. What did we just read here? The BIS in 2023. What a coincidence. Ripple joins the BIS in 2023, and that same year, this Linklogis company just happens to do a major project with the BIS as well. Total coincidence, right? Okay. Guess who's also involved with Linklogis? Oh, man. Standard Chartered Bank. Oh, shit. Let's go over this real quick. That's a Ripple. They're utilizing Ripple technology. They're using crypto and custody. Here's your evidence right here. I'm pulling it all together, so there's no doubt. I'm showing it with facts. This is a fact-based channel. Right there. What does this article read? Standard Chartered Bank has something called Zodiac Custody. What do? They join Ripple, and they're also using Medico for crypto storage. This Linklogis company connected with Standard Chartered in a 2023 report. Also involved in supply chain logistics with Linklogis. Standard Charter is. Global bank with a fintech arm. Blockchain initiatives include trade finance platform and crypto custody via Zodiac Custody. That's all I'm going to discuss about Linklogis. I wanted to show you with facts that Ripple, I mean, I'll tell you what, I think Ripple is going to end up taking over everything. Or how about this? Everything's going to be built on the XRP ledger. Ripple can't do everything, obviously. It can act as a host for activity. Every kind of activity is going to be built on the XRP ledger. It doesn't mean Ripple's going to be everybody's partner. Ripple has a platform anybody can build on. It's open source. But what we're seeing here, there's a very strong connection. Whether this Linklogis company is actually a Ripple partner doesn't matter. Let's say if it is, great. I know that it is. It's probably non-disclosure agreemented out, all the terms and conditions and stuff. What we do know is the evidence I just showed you. This Linklogis people have all these 10-cent Alibaba type connections. You got Standard Chartered in there, which is a Ripple partner. We got the BIS, Ripple partner. I mean, you got to have some common sense somewhere. When you see all this evidence stacked up, they're using XRP. That's just what they're doing. They got all it's not like they got all these Ripple partners. Oh, no, Crypto Hulk, it didn't say specifically. Okay, I'll let you figure that out on your own. I'm not trying to sell a used car nobody wants to buy, all right? There's your evidence there. It's pretty clear. The Chinese government, Linklogis, and Ripple are all kind of working together. And we got the Ripple China timeline that I have. You can go look on my post page. This shit was all done like 10, 12 years ago. Let me check some questions. Now we're going to show how ChainLink's a Ripple partner. It was chosen by the government with Python. It was chosen by the government. Let's see. XRP Shaman. What's up? Delgadoft. Let's go. Let's go here to the next article. Copy and a paste. United States government. Now, the next article here, I want you to see. This is on Cointelegraph. Probably one of your most reputable news sources. Like, if something's on Cointelegraph, it's like not bullshit. And if it is, it slipped past. Look, Cointelegraph is like one of the top. If somebody has some news, they're like, Crypto Hulk, look at this article. I'll look at an article and I'll be like, that's not even a reputable news. Like, there's a website called The Crypto Basic. It's so fucking garbage. It's like a hype news channel. And what The Crypto Basic does is hook up with YouTube people to try to pump their channel up, and it's like total garbage in my opinion. My opinion only. What we have here is Cointelegraph. If you got an article on Cointelegraph or one of these some other crypto wannabe news channels, I'm going with Cointelegraph. It's reputable. Like, I would trust it over any other. There's another website called Payments, P-Y-M-N, it's Payments, they skipped the A, so P-Y-M-E-N-T-S. That's another good one. I got a couple news stations I get my news from. This right here, United States government taps CHAINLINK. I'm like, that's amazing. I didn't get in on CHAINLINK early. Remember, I got into crypto 5 years ago. So I got in kind of late. But the United States government is picking CHAINLINK and Pyth, P-Y-T-H, to publish economic data on chain. Now, we know that CHAINLINK is a Ripple partner. Let me show you this right here. So CHAINLINK ain't doing this alone. Notice how like Ripple never makes it into certain news things. It's almost like the industry is trying to hide Ripple. We World Change says, love this community, thanks Hulk. So look at what I just sent you right here. Ripple partners with CHAINLINK to boost Ripple Labs US dollar stablecoin and DeFi markets. So Ripple's working with CHAINLINK. Okay, we know that is a fact now. United States government taps CHAINLINK and Pyth to publish economic data. So when you see that US government taps CHAINLINK, they're also tapping Ripple, not Ethereum, just saying. The US government announced on Tuesday that it is publishing economic data on chain to boost transparency for government spending. I want you all to see this. This is so amazing right here. Our government, right before our very eyes, and 99% of the people have no idea about this, our government is now utilizing CHAINLINK, Ripple, and Pyth to publish economic data. That's what's happening right now. Crypto is being used by the United States government. Crypto is not for criminals. That's what dumb shit people say to scare you out of buying crypto. If you watch my program, there's a lot of cryptos you should seriously be considering and buying. Here's this article right here. I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot better than this. Look, the United States government has tapped CHAINLINK and Pyth, two blockchain oracle providers, to publish economic data on chain. Our government is now utilizing cryptocurrency to publish economic information. But Crypto Hulk, wait. See, here's where we've been fooled by the news media and shit. Well, but Crypto Hulk, cryptos are bad. That's what we've been told for like the past 5 years, that drug dealers use crypto and it's crypto's worthless. Oh, it is? Well, then why the fuck is the United States government using CHAINLINK and Pyth with Ripple if crypto's worthless? See that? That's why if you watch Crypto Hulk show, you're going to know early. You know, don't listen to the news. Don't listen to some of these stupid fucking morons making crypto videos that are like, I sold my crypto. I'm just like, wow, these people. CHAINLINK, listen to this. CHAINLINK was selected to provide data feeds from the Bureau of Economic Analysis and will publish additional data feeds in response to consumer demand or at the behest of the U.S. government, a CHAINLINK spokesperson told Cointelegraph. These include real gross domestic product, personal consumption expenditure price index, and real final sales to domestic purchasers, the company said. The Department of Commerce also selected Pyth, that's P-Y-T-H, to be a publisher of gross domestic product data, the total economic output in a year. Publishing government data on chain is part of the Trump administration, not Biden, as part of the Trump administration's plan to make government spending more transparent in a bid to improve accountability and make the U.S. a world capital of crypto. I'm gonna go to the next page right here. I'm gonna show you something that's pretty amazing. No other channel really will discuss this. Stephen Morris, thank you very much for that tax-free donation. Stephen Morris asks, "Hulk, can you do a deep dive on Google's GCUL and Circle's ARC?" I'll consider it, but I can't promise anything. Let's look right here at Codius. Now, we just got done reading about CHAINLINK and Pyth working for the government, right? Okay. Now, here we have something called Codius. I can't go over all of this in a short period of time, but I'm showing you this right here. We're going to maybe cherry pick this. We just got done reading about CHAINLINK with oracles, Pyth with oracles. Oracles relay information in real time. You know how the government might do a report and it'll study economic indicators, key point indicators. It's our government keeps track of everything, thousands of points of information. What CHAINLINK and Pyth are doing, they're oracles. They relay information instantly. So you know how maybe a government website, they work on updating it maybe every day, every week, once a month, maybe information on the government websites might get updated once a month, right? What do oracles do? Update immediately. So oracles are used by crypto exchanges. At least they should be. If your crypto exchange has a good oracle, like CHAINLINK or Pyth, people are notified instantly of price changes. How would you like to be that person that you wanted to sell your crypto and you thought a good price to sell it at was 50 cents, when in fact people are already selling it at $1 on other websites? So you're going to get ripped off. Oracles provide information immediately, and all that's good with CHAINLINK. But now I'm going to say something here. Codius is smart oracles. This is a whole new level. Okay. Ripple invented this with Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz. This is something called Codius. Now, whether this project's still working now or not, we're not going to discuss that. That's not the point of this. What I'm showing you is Ripple still has, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter, Codius. What is this? Smart oracles. So it's going to kind of put CHAINLINK out of business, okay? Smart oracles, let's look at the overview here. Smart oracles provide a flexible way to implement smart contracts, which encode business logic, laws, and other agreed upon rules. Smart oracles, which nobody else has, which CHAINLINK is not. Smart oracles build on the idea of oracles. See that? So an oracle is like, Oracle tells the cryptos and the smart contracts the state of the outside world and all that stuff. Smart oracles is where this finally ends up. And this code, like I told you, Ripple had all this shit figured out. This is 2014, 11 years ago. Whether this project is still valid or not, let's say it's not valid anymore. They took the Codius concept. They didn't just throw it in the garbage. That's so fucking stupid when people say that. We had 11 years ago this project here, Codius. Imagine 11 years of technology. Oh, man. What I'm showing you here, I'm not arguing whether Codius is still used. Let's say it's not. Great. Let's say they ended this project. Great. Awesome. You know why? Because they got another Codius updated 11 years later. Smart contracts, AI, all that stuff. What I'm showing you here is this is what they had 11 years ago. Imagine your computer. Imagine the whole world 11 years ago till today. This Codius thing this is all ready to go. I don't know if they're going to release the brand new Codius and tell everybody and all this stuff about smart contract or smart oracles. Now, Codius came from a company called Native Client, Native, and then put a space, and then Client, Client. But Google bought them out. So this is now, see, I want you to see where this goes. This is Google that owns Codius that implement it into the XRP ledger. Some people want to say, oh, this project never worked, whatever. Okay. Do you think they're going to tell you everything? No, they're not. Does Ripple tell you all their business associates? No, they don't. Non-disclosure agreements. So here what we find is I'm showing you is Codius 11 years ago. Ripple has something far more advanced than this right now. But this whole Oracle thing with CHAINLINK, and that's all good. Don't get me wrong. But this is the best Codius right here. CHAINLINK has no idea what's coming for him. Maybe Codius puts CHAINLINK out of business. Look, I don't care if you own CHAINLINK, and I don't fucking care about that shit. What we talk about in the show is what is going to happen is Codius, and whether they have Codius 2.0 or 3.0, whatever it is, Codius will take over whatever CHAINLINK's doing, just letting you know, okay? You can read this all on your own. I can't get into it anymore due to time restraints, but Codius, it tells you the history of, like, Ethereum virtual machine, okay? The virtual machines, look, if you look in here, that comes out of the 1970s. So this whole Axelar, EVM, and all that stuff, Codius is designed to replace Axelar. The EVM shit, you have a couple choices. If you want to use a virtual machine to process or validate, or use a Codius type smart oracle, which now it's got AI and all these other, I'm from what I believe, and I'm not a computer tech person, I would say the new and advanced Codius, no one's going to want to use EVM anymore. It's like, look, you go to the post office, yeah. I'd rather just go to a UPS store. Why? Because I'm in and out in like 1 minute. If I go to a post office, oh, fuck. They don't have all the latest technology. You're going to be there for a long time. I mean, it works just like Ethereum works, but it's like there's better opportunities. Solana, but the best one would be XRP, XLM, and XDC. So for your own, read through this report, Codius, and you'll see, wow, Crypto Hulk, smart oracles are going to put EVM out of business. All the virtual machine stuff, the interoperability. This right here, what is Codius? It is a universal translator. Codius is a smart oracle. Codius can take any code, that means any crypto, and interoperate with it. That's the secret. There's no other crypto, there's no other technology that can do that. Now, Codius right now, like I said, it's all kinds of AI out. So Codius can take any kind of crypto. Let's say this crypto can't talk with that one. Codius goes in the middle, and you build on the XRP ledger because Codius is already built into the ledger. Look, I don't know all the secret stuff, all right? But I do know that in 2014, Ripple had Codius, which is a master translator, let's say. So you can take this crypto here and this crypto over there and make them work together because of Codius, not CHAINLINK. CHAINLINK's an oracle. This is a smart oracle. That's the difference. And then you throw in AI and all these integrations that are in it. That's how the internet's going to get ran in the future. What Codius is, it's the interoperability of every single code on the planet. It's a sandbox code in this protocol called Codius that any single crypto, you got one network, it can work with anyone. If you plug in Codius and you build utilizing Codius ability, you can have a shitty ass crypto talk to any other crypto on the planet and get stuff done. That's what Codius is. CHAINLINK is not that. And again, Ripple already had this 2014. Let me check where we're at time-wise. Okay, got about 5 minutes. I think that's probably... Eric M. says, Codius is a bad mofo. Where can I buy Codius? You can't buy it. It's a protocol. It's there's nothing to buy. It's like, imagine software that's built into the internet. Like, you can't like buy it. You can use it. Lucky stall gazing. Love cry start. Anyhow, we were fortunate when we found the Hulk. He is the best. His brain multitasks like no other. Great army here as well. Moderators are fantastic. Love the vibes. Quant Fusion does that. Codius AI. You know what I'm saying here. Hold on. Robert Driscoll. Thanks for the valuable info you provide and sharing the safeguards that we'll need for the future. Look, Ripple, there's no one crypto that's the best. What Ripple provided with the XRP ledger is a platform of interoperability. It's for everybody. Okay. The internet has something called the placeholder, that HTTP 402 thing. That's where Ripple's interledger protocol got plugged in to the internet. And I'm going to guess that probably involves Codius. And what I believe is they did an update. They had Codius that they gave to the world in the interledger protocol in 2015. And I believe that just like your phone, you get an update and you click. I believe that the new Codius was given. So it's not like, yeah, Quant might, look, it's for everybody. So Codius is information to help all the platforms in the world and all the cryptos in the world interoperate together. It's not, Ripple has a platform and Codius is a protocol. It's not designed to take over anybody. It's designed to let everybody play in the sandbox. You get it? So it's not like, can everybody use Ripple's platform? Yeah, everybody can build on the XRP ledger. Quant can utilize the Codius that Ripple invented. See, Ripple... And we're back here. I had to start the show over because YT kicked me off. So to wrap it up, it's this. Ripple, I'm going to say Stellar, I'm going to say XDC. These cryptos were designed so that everybody can build on and function. Each of them has their purpose. XDC has its purpose, Stellar, and Ripple. It's not that they're going to replace anything. They're going to enable all these other cryptos to interoperate. That's what the platform is for. That's what the Codius protocol is for. You can use a virtual machine to interoperate, but that's what Codius was designed. See, virtual machines, again, were designed in the 70s. Codius was released 2014. And then I know that they updated it, and they've got to have AI and any other new technology involved as well. It's not designed to replace any cryptos. Ripple's XRP ledger, the interledger protocol, Codius are designed so all the cryptos in the world, if they're good, it can interoperate together with other ones. That's what it's for. It's to link and connect all the cryptos and information, law, business, healthcare, everything. It's an interoperable platform. So it's designed so everybody can get done what it needs to get done. I think that'll be it for the morning. Quant Fusion allows the overledger to use the best features of every blockchain. Yeah. All right. I think that'll be it. Cat Ray says, and that's why I watch your show, Crypto Hulk. You spread the wealth out with new knowledge and new cryptos. Thank you very much, sir. Right. When I find small cryptos that have lots of zeros in front of them, I mean, that's part of the show too. Why not? Look, I wasn't fortunate to find Ripple at 0.002 cents. It wasn't that early. So what I try to do on this show, when we find good cryptos that have 2 or 3 zeros in front of it, I like to teach about them. One of those is going to go crazy one day. One of those 0 cryptos that we talk about are going to be worth a lot of money. I don't know which ones. We kind of know like the Centrifuge and some of these other ones, the INX and stuff. The ones that have a lot of important people working for them generally are going to have a better chance to succeed. But I just can't tell you. But what we will do is go over cryptos that are super cheap. If you get 1 million of them, sometimes only costs like, I don't know, $300. Sometimes $100 can buy you $500,000. Some cryptos are worth just throwing $100 in and moving on. Like, you don't know when this stuff takes off. Some of these cryptos, you put in $100, you get $500,000. Check it out. What if it goes to $5? You just made $2.5 million off $100. So that's how the channel works. We go over that stuff. This broadcast over. I'll see you in the next Crypto Hulk episode. Maybe today, maybe